Thank you for listening to another episode of TeeVo The Beard. This episode has been brought to you in part by social support from Mark Gunn. Find out more about the Celt Father at markgunn.com and look him up on iTunes under Irish and Celtic Music Podcast. It's also been brought to you by support from Blame Your Brother Podcast. You can find out more about them at bybpod.com. And also, of course, we'd like to thank all of our lovely listeners. Thank you and enjoy the show. Welcome to another episode of TeeVo The Beard.
You can't see us, but I am TeeVo, and that is the beard.
Yeah. And also what you can't see is, I'll post on Instagram and Twitter, but there seems to have been a wardrobe malfunction between us here.
I wanted to honor the beard by dressing like him today.
Yeah.
What I failed to do was coordinate.
Right. I typically wear, a nice Hawaiian-style shirt, and, TeeVo has you got the jeans right and the flip-flops.
Yes, and the glasses.
And the glasses.
But I thought you were going to
wear...
And
I think you got, like a 2:30 shadow there? Not quite 5 o'clock?
Oh, I was lazy and had to use just electric right today.
Oh, okay.
But nonetheless, I purposely thought, I'm going to wear this today.
Yeah.
Because the beard will most likely wear something similar.
But I'm just wearing a t-shirt.
He is not.
It's Firefly themed. It's from the Firefly Loot Crate, so...
I suppose, but
there's that at least.
But I'm a little disappointed.
Well, it makes you feel better. Your shirt is definitely the beard approved. I would have a shirt like that in my closet.
This is the only beard style shirt I have. So
okay,
this is it.
Yeah, next time we will try to coordinate it a lot better there.
Yes. Maybe if we ever do a live show, we'll coordinate.
If you guys ever want to see our mugs on your screen, just let us know, and we'll make sure to wear semi-matching outfits.
Being me, it will be this one.
Yeah. And me, I'll have a choice.
Yes.
I'll make sure we don't clash, though.
Ah, good.
So they're already getting to know a little bit more about us here.
Yes. So let's go on to that.
Yeah.
But before we go to get to know us, let's talk about a cool thing.
Okay.
And
everybody loves cool things.
I think the cool thing is that this week the Jumanji trailer came out.
Yes.
And I know a lot of people don't think that's a cool thing, but hear us out.
Yeah. So let me kind of give my background on my preconceived notions before even watching the trailer.
Right.
I thought that when they announced they were making another Jumanji movie,
right.
For one, it was another one of these let's try to pull from nostalgia type grabs there. So I thought it was just a money grab for one. I thought they
it still is.
It still is. But
not to say those can't be good.
But solely unoriginal money grab.
Right.
So, and then I thought, relatively speaking, it was too close after the death of Robin Williams to announce, bringing something like that back. Because they were also bouncing around the idea of Mrs. Doubtfire.
Right.
Yeah, so that one...
But at least with Mrs. Doubtfire, they were going to have Robin Williams.
That's true, yeah.
So, I don't know if it would have been good, but at least it wasn't, hey, let's get someone else dressed up.
Yeah. So, I did no research into this movie. I had already had the intention to not see it. To not pass judgment, though. We believe on TeeVo The Beard that if you go see something and you don't like it, that's fine.
Yes.
If you don't like something and don't go see it, that's fine. But keep your mouth shut.
Yes.
if you don't see it.
Or just explain why you didn't see it.
Right, yeah, but don't go, all judgy McJudgerson on it. Judging the actors and stuff like that. But I didn't even look up who was going to be in it, didn't look up the plot, anything like that. The trailer you sent me was the first thing that gave me any information about it beyond the name Jumanji.
Well, for me, I have been following it. I follow actually everybody that stars in the film. So I've been sort of on top of it. But it wasn't till, I guess, the trailer came out that they officially said how the plot was going to be.
Right.
It was a rumor for a long time that no, this is not a board game again, but in fact a video game.
Okay.
And that the characters that Dwayne Johnson, Kevin Hart, Jack Black, and Karen Gillan play are avatars.
Right.
And at that point I was like, okay, that's a lot different.
And see, I did not know this going into the trailer, so I kind of hit play. Almost didn't hit play, and then I finally did hit it.
But seeing it again, when you hear things, and it's a long process from start to end.
Oh, for sure.
It might not sound cool, but I thought it looked good. And I was telling one of our listeners,
Yeah.
Fairfield, that he posted a trailer and said he was pleasantly surprised.
Yeah.
And I said I was too. And I think as long as the film understands that it's a Jumanji movie, you gotta be lighthearted. You can have jungle scares and whatnot,
Right.
but be lighthearted and be family fun.
Make it something that I might not take my daughter to the theater to see for at least sound reasons.
Yeah.
But I'll let her watch on DVD.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So as long as you know those two things, I don't see why it could be a horrible movie.
Yeah.
It might not trump the original, but then again.
Yeah. And if you're a person who thinks that talking about trailers is spoiler, skip ahead for a couple minutes, because I did want to kind of break down the trailer a little bit. The things that I wasn't expecting and the things I enjoyed from it. So, like you said, it tells you, that you have Jack Black, The Rock, and these other just great actors in it. But that's not how the trailer starts out. You have these 4 high schoolers in detention. Again
with the Breakfast Club thing.
Yeah, and so from the start, I'm already not sold watching this trailer. I'm full disclosure, I watched this trailer because TiVo sent it to me.
Yes.
I didn't go looking for it.
I was hoping to have a discussion.
Yeah.
Naturally, you can't have a discussion if you haven't seen it.
Yeah. I watched it about 2 hours ago.
Oh.
For the first time.
Okay.
Yeah. Because I kept putting it off because I was like, I don't want to watch it and hate it and then just go off on it on the show here.
Right.
So assuming I wasn't going to like it, I went in watching it. So when it shows 4 high schoolers in detention, I'm like, great, no, it's going to be crap.
Yes.
It's going to be a crap movie. And they find this, they had to...
I did like that it was an old video game.
Yeah.
That's the one thing that maybe wasn't specified in the rumor mill at the time. See, I thought, okay, it's going to be a new age game. Blah,
right,
blah.
great graphics, everything.
So I'm glad it was a really old cartridge game.
It makes it look, and I'm not sure if they'll explore this in the movie, but it makes it look like it's a video game based on the old board game.
Yes.
Because it uses the same font and all that, and it has the little subtitle to go with it. Welcome to the jungle.
Yes.
So they start playing the video game, and the trailer shows you already. They just get sucked right in to the game, and they become the avatars of their characters.
Yes.
So you have the
little hypochondriac nerd.
Yeah.
He is The Rock.
The Rock, yeah. He goes from having a Jufro to having no hair.
Yes. and all that hair went into packs and packs of muscles.
Yeah.
The big football jock is now the mousy Kevin Hart.
Right, yeah. He's like, there's like 2 feet of me missing.
Yes, that was a good show.
Oh, yeah.
The kind of shy girl becomes the Amazonian Karen Gillan.
Yeah, dressed in a very Laura Croft style outfit.
And I like that they addressed, because you didn't catch it, but the film caught a lot of heat when they released the first promotional photo.
Okay.
Because, it's the of course the woman has to be wearing a skimpy outfit.
Right.
And they were very adamant, especially Karen Gill said, you just gotta bear with us. It's leading to something.
Yeah.
So I like that
preview.
I like that they got it right away.
Yeah, she asked, why am I dressed like this?
Why am I in the jungle and wearing half
Doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, half a shirt.
And it's like, we're not even going to wait for you to get to the movie to address this. Yes. We're going to do it in the first trailer.
Yes.
And then the best turnaround.
Yes, the popular pretty girl, very conceited girl is Jack
Black.
Yep. Not normal looking Jack Black.
No.
But an extra heavy, fully bearded Jack Black.
Furry, sweaty, the whole 9 yards.
Yes.
Yeah.
So already that looked fun.
Yeah. So nobody's happy with their avatar.
No. But it just, from there on just shows very light adventures.
Yeah.
They did show Nick Jonas's character. Didn't explain what he is, though.
Yeah.
But I am a fan, and, I look forward to it. But overall, it did look fun, and I think they got to stay with fun.
And I like the idea, too, about them going into the game versus the game coming out to them.
I think, I think they did that. It would echo too much of the original.
Right.
So you will be forced to think, oh, well, great.
You have to make a comparison then.
Yes.
Yeah.
So this one, I like that they kind of did that. And I'm going to draw a comparison to Baywatch, the last Dwayne Johnson movie.
Okay.
And I think this one could be geared more for success if they follow what we've been saying. Keep it a Jumanji movie. Keep it a family movie. Keep it lighthearted.
Yeah.
And with Baywatch, while I enjoyed it, but it would have been more enjoyable if they kept it Baywatch instead of Baywatch it's like 30% Baywatch mixed with all the tropes of an R-rated comedy.
Yeah, because we have nothing wrong with R-rated movies.
Yeah, as long as I wasn't offended by the jokes. Just I did think a few times, was that really?
Yeah, it's vulgarity for vulgarity's sake.
Yeah. And if the if the original show was vulgarity for vulgarity's sake, then you got it to it. But it wasn't. Yeah. It wasn't. The original show wasn't even a comedy, really.
Right. Yeah.
So.
It was the cheesiness watching it later that made it funny.
Yeah.
Yeah. It took itself seriously.
Yes, and like I said, when the parts that it was the show, it translated very well. Yeah. When you took elements that wasn't the show and made that the movie, that's where maybe it didn't get the best audience. Yeah. However, again, sometimes I'm biased and hypocritical. I'm going to say that movie Chips, again, a show that wasn't an R-rated comedy, turned it into, but I enjoyed that more, but I knew who was behind it. Right. Because Dax Shepard wrote, directed, and starred in it, and I followed Dax Shepard for a while. I know his humor, so going in, I knew what he was going to do with the show. I don't know who wrote Baywatch, even though I was in it. I knew who directed it, and I knew he had a couple R-rated comedies under his belt, but I wasn't fully familiar with the team behind that.
Do you think it also helped, though, having less familiarity with Chips than with Baywatch as shows?
I was very unfamiliar with either. Okay. So...
Because I grew up on Baywatch.
I mean, everybody knows what you need to know about Baywatch. Right. I didn't watch Baywatch, nor did I watch Chips. Okay. So I actually went in both shows, turned into movies, knowing nothing. Okay. But like I said, I did know more Dax Shepard than whoever was behind the creative process of Baywatch.
Right. Okay, so, fair enough. Yeah.
And that will be my explanation.
So I'm looking forward to Jumanji now. Yeah. Will I see it in theaters? I'll try.
If I tell you, you got to.
Yeah.
Because I'm going to see it in theaters. Yeah. So if I say it's a rip-roaring fun time, take the Mrs. Beard, take Baby Beard. Yeah. I mean, we'll definitely be talking about it. It's got the winter release, so I'm thinking just because of that, it will stay that more lighthearted, family-friendly. I hope so. I really hope so.
They don't tend to, unless you're Seth Rogen, you don't really release R-rated things around Christmas.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, that's more of a summer type thing.
Exactly. So, yay, we'll see how it works.
Yeah, no, I'm very happy with the trailer. I'll post a link to the trailer on here.
I feel like they've gotten to know more of us than I intended to with this discussion.
Yeah.
Well, let's go with the official get to know your podcaster section.
All right.
And we're going to continue where we left off last week.
Okay.
So if you were paying attention, we talked a lot about our crushes. And to make sure we don't sound completely one-sided, let's talk about man crushes.
All right. A little bromance action here.
A little bromance. And I'm going to put this out there, whether it be attractiveness, personality, romance, whatever, but this is like a dude, you're just like, I don't know what I want to do with you, but I want it. I think I might pull that just as a sound clip right there, because that phrase may come in handy. All right.
One day in the future.
I'm honored.
Yeah, and I will say, if you're offended by anything that TeeVo just said, stop listening.
Yes.
That's it.
And I'm sorry. Yeah. And I am sorry. It is not coming from an offensive place.
Yeah, no, but we're both, just regular people. Yeah. Everybody has crushes on both. Yeah. Especially with celebrities. Yeah. We're not saying that, I'm going to leave Mrs. The Beard for my crush.
And I'm not saying I'm driving to this person's home and pursuing something.
Though, if any of your male crushes are some of the people I'm thinking about, there have been stalking activities before, or at least near stalking activities, but I may be wrong on them.
You might be.
You might be. So let's start out easy, and I say let's break this down into a couple categories.
All right.
And the first category is the guy that you would just like to go have a beer with and talk to.
Oh, easy.
Yeah.
Paul Rudd.
Paul Rudd?
Paul Rudd.
Paul Rudd, okay.
Paul Rudd might be an answer to a lot of this.
Okay, yeah.
Because I feel Paul Rudd is just overall excellent dude.
Yeah.
He seems very approachable, which he is, and just nice.
Yeah.
Whereas, I mean, I can't say I've met everybody that's on my list.
Yeah.
But he definitely, when I was on set with him, the one movie I did with him, he seemed just like another guy who's just there to do his job and is not shy around these strangers, even though, these are strangers that are going to be here for 10 hours of his day and he'll never see again, but he's still friendly.
Okay. That's always a good quality for a beer buddy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now mine's going to be Nick Offerman.
Yeah?
Yeah, I would love to just go talk to him about the craft, both in what he does as far as acting and also like woodwork, stuff like that. I admire a ton of things that he does. And
is Megan Mullally allowed to join you?
Oh, for sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, good.
She seems like she'd be fun to hang out with too.
Good.
But I wouldn't consider Nick Offerman like my man crush.
Right.
Because I would go out and have beers with him every so often. That I don't think we would have that much in common to have a long-lasting friendship or bromance,
really,
sort of thing.
Really,
I would hope we would,
right?
But he seems, and maybe I'm putting him too high on a pedestal, but he seems a little bit more mature in these different areas than I ever hoped to be, and I think I would just feel below him.
I can roll with your explanation.
Yeah,
I can roll with that.
Yeah. So now,
what's your next category?
Well, let's go with let's throw looks in there.
Okay.
Who is your man crush? Your booty call man crush? Let's call him. We've had beer and booty now.
Let's see. I think you're going to be right on one.
Okay.
That Brett Dalton is a nice looking guy.
Yeah. Mrs. The Beard will definitely agree with you on that.
And Chris Pratt.
Okay.
I think Chris Pratt is a mix of the looks and the personality.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of like he's got like what you want in like a superficial relationship plus what Paul Rudd brings to the table.
Yeah. See, I'm gonna have to go a little old school and say Johnny Depp, just because of the superficial part. I'm not thinking that we could have these long, intelligent conversations. I'm not I'm not saying he's not smart.
Let's see. Well, while you're saying this, I'm going to think of really superficial.
Okay. I'm just thinking that I would kick him to the curb after got whatever. Trying to keep the show family friendly.
Right.
But yeah, I don't think that I would want to go sip some fancy French wine with him or discuss.
He would.
Yeah, he would.
He would.
Yeah, and discuss all his philosophical takes on things. It would just be like,
he would. He totally would.
I love your hair. Let's see
where this goes.
Let's see where this goes.
Let's see. Don't think I can have one. I think I kind of capped out with Chris Pratt.
Yeah, well, I mean, with Chris Pratt and Brett Dalton, it is kind of hard to beat those.
Yeah.
And if I didn't get Johnny Depp, I'd have to steal Chris Pratt from you.
Yeah. What's your next category of man crush?
All right, this is the one, the bromance.
Oh.
This is the guy you want to hang out with.
Seth Rogen.
Seth Rogen?
Seth Rogen.
Okay.
I am enamored with the way Seth Rogen talks.
Mm-hmm.
In the fact that if he does an interview, especially when he does like a long form interview, like a podcast or a really long interview, I can listen to that a lot. Okay. Because I enjoy the way he says stuff and the way it comes out, how his mind works, and how he's just naturally funny. Like he's not trying to say a joke; it's just how his mind works. Yeah, that's really cool.
Yeah, he's a very uncensored person, and I don't even mean that in the swearing and stuff like that, but just. He is himself.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that's all I can ask for.
And that's a great quality. I mean, just for anybody to have. Mine.
But for all those out there, if you enjoy Seth Rogen, look up go to YouTube. Do your search engine to look up 20 minutes or more videos. Yeah. You won't be sorry.
Yeah. He never seems like he's putting on an act or anything or trying to be. You can watch him in different interviews, and he says different things, but he's that same personality. Yeah. He doesn't go on the Today Show and say one thing, and then a late night show and say another thing. No, he is always.
It's just maybe certain key phrases he might use, depending on the audience, but
But it's the same message.
It is the same message
putting across. Yeah.
Yes.
Mine is he falls more into the music category technically, but he has done a lot of acting, and that's Weird Al.
Yeah.
Weird Al is my bromance. It's been my longest running bromance. I've always wanted to be his buddy, pal, hang out with him, do this or that. Just go driving around town with Weird Al, and yeah.
I got another category for you.
Okay.
And this is going to slip into dangerous territory.
Uh-oh.
So I'm going to be very specific in what I mean.
Okay.
Who would you want as, like, you're a father figure? And I mean, like, father figure, not in, well, you know.
Not in the George Michael way.
Yes.
Yeah. No, I got it. I'm ready.
Yeah.
Jeff Bridges.
Bill Collins.
Okay.
Bill Collins.
Bill Collins?
Yes. In fact, whenever Lily Collins, I love you. You are so attractive. You are one of my crushes.
Yeah.
But I truly hate the interview you gave when you said your favorite Phil Collins song is the one he wrote for you. Because, like, I wish Phil Collins wrote a song for me. Aren't we all? We are all not lucky that Phil Collins writes songs for them.
That's true, yeah.
And that song would be "You'll Be in My Heart" from Tarzan.
Oh, that's a great song.
Because I'm thinking, oh, she's going to say, like, a song that, you know, really resonates with me or something. Or just a really rock-heavy song from Genesis. No, she picks the really sappy one.
Oh, yeah.
For a sappy scene. That was written for her.
Yeah.
I still love you, but...
I thought that was just written for the movie, so it kind of gives it an extra dimension now.
It does. Yeah. It's a lovely dimension. It's very sweet. But I didn't...
But it's not about TeeVo.
It's not about me. I didn't get a song from Phil Collins.
Yet. He's still alive. So, yeah. I remember, it's funny you mentioned him.
And she got one, so... It's up for grabs now.
Anything
you
is
can't
possible.
Do two.
Yeah. No, it's funny you mentioned Phil Collins, though, because I remember the first debate you and I had was Phil Collins versus Peter Gabriel, because we're on the different fences on the best thing to come out of Genesis. Oh. That might be for a different episode.
Yes.
But yeah, no, Jeff Bridges, hands down.
What would you want Jeff Bridges to do for you?
To teach me to be the Beard Bridges.
Really?
Yeah, just teach me to be, because I just see, there's certain people that you see, and everybody has different ones, that just resonate cool for whatever reason.
And I think I know what you're saying with Jeff Bridges, because like maybe my fascination with Seth Rogen, he's not trying.
Right.
He just is.
Yeah.
And that's the coolest thing, when you just are.
Yeah, because I mean, say what you will about things like R.I.P.D. and stuff like that. That's Jeff Bridges.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's the only part I enjoyed about that movie. I didn't even like it when there was like, oh, no, he's the little Asian guy. No. Yeah. I want Jeff Bridges in this. And his version of True Grit and stuff like that. He wasn't trying to be the original character. He was being him portraying Rooster there.
I remember listening to some of the same long format interviews, Q&As with Jeff Bridges.
Yeah.
And man, he just has the best stories.
He does. And he's got a great relationship with his wife that he's been married to since like 79, I think.
But he has a tremendous respect for his work, but not letting it overtake his personality. Right. If that makes sense at all. Like when he talks about it, you can tell he is very serious about acting and doing it. But he's not, say, your posh type actor. Right.
Yeah, he knows where he came from. He knows that without fans, whether he was related to, whether he's a Bridges or not, without fans, he wouldn't have anything. Yeah. And he considers it a blessing to be where he is. Yes. And that's lost on a lot of younger actors.
He's told this story many times in these Q&A long interviews that I've watched. But he told a story about his younger days. And did you know in his younger days, he didn't really care as much about acting? Yeah. And he got scolded by one of the legendaries of his time. And basically, because he turned down a movie. Yeah. Because he simply just didn't feel like it.
Yeah. Because he used to go on set with his dad and all that. And
he didn't feel like it. Then one guy called him and said, "Did you turn down blah, blah, blah?" And he's like, "Yeah, I just didn't feel like it." And this legendary actor said, "You're an ass."
And then you see things like R.I.P.D. and The Giver, and you're like, oh, he stopped turning down things. Yep. I still watched them because he's in them. Yep.
But nonetheless.
But yeah, they're not. I'm not gonna defend R.I.P.D.
Yes. I think the next question. I originally gave you 3. Yeah. From time constraints, I think we're going to maybe cut one of them down.
Yeah, because we didn't know we were going to talk so long about Jumanji.
Yeah. So we're going to leave the really fun one. You'll get it next week, people. Okay. Don't worry.
Stay tuned.
But I'm just going to go with tell a funny story of your childhood.
Okay.
Yeah. I got a funny / embarrassing one. That exclusive. Don't want to cut you off.
Okay.
Exclusive. I've never told this to anybody.
Oh, okay. Bum, bum, bum.
It maybe is one of those times I'm finally ready to tell.
Okay. So, I'm going to tell a short one first.
Mine's short too. But...
Okay. Mine may be shorter.
Okay.
Not that it's competition, but it's always competition. So, mine isn't really from my childhood. It's from high school.
We'll categorize all that.
Below 18,
we'll
say. Yeah, so when you're still a minor.
Yes.
No, but it's a time that has really always stuck with me, and it didn't happen directly to me. So, I'm in high school.
Does it happen to you eventually?
Well, I mean, I was there, and I'm the reason it happened.
Oh.
Yeah, if I didn't exist, this whole scene wouldn't have.
All right.
Wouldn't have come to pass.
I'm excited.
So, as I've mentioned before, I grew up around exotic animals and stuff like that. One particular is called a Vulturine guinea.
Okay.
Google it. But they're about this tall and have beady red eyes.
I like how you said this tall.
I told them to Google it before I said that. Yeah, but it's this tall from the table up. From the table to my hand, just so you can get a audio sense of how big I'm talking here. So about that tall, beady red eyes. Head looks like a vulture's head. Okay. Basically, blue body, flightless bird. So, I'm in high school, and I grew up near a military town, so all the branches come to try to recruit you. Right. I got a call from the Navy. I told them I'm a pacifist. I heard them look up the word and then tell me to have a good day. All right. Yeah. The Air Force was closest to getting me, just because they promised less actual fighting in war. I could do computer stuff and things like that. And I've always worn glasses, so they're like, oh, he's got glasses. He wants computers. All right. Not true. And the Army, of course, being an Army town, they tried, but they didn't try hard. It was like, hey, you want to join? No? Okay, bye. Okay. But the Marines. Okay. I was 114 pounds in high school. That's 114. I was about as big around as your arm. Okay. Yeah. And the Marines came to my house to try to recruit me. Okay. And it's like two big buff Marine guys. I mean, if you look up Marine stud, this is what they look
maybe
like.
Take out stud.
Hey, put it on safe search. But you had to get the full, broad shoulders. Right. Chiseled chin, all that.
The ones that are on the pamphlet.
Exactly, yeah. These are the ones they send to recruits. Yes. They've probably never been to Afghanistan or anything in their life, but they get hired for their looks. So they come and they put out their whole spiel about
again, we didn't mean to offend.
Yeah, and I'm not disparaging any of the military and anything like that. Because they do what they do, I get to be a pacifist. Yes. So, thank you. Yes. But they do their whole spiel, and they tell me all this stuff and how I'm going to go out and go explore the world and meet all these beautiful women. They never once talked about battle or war or anything like that. And so I was like, oh, well, think about this. Let me show you our animals out here. Okay. And so we're going around, because they hadn't seen half these animals before. Right. They're looking at them, and all of a sudden the Vulturine guineas spot the Marines. Marine, 6 foot something. Vulturine guinea, less than 2 feet. Right. They take off after these Marines. These two guys are running around, screaming, heading out, almost climbing the gate, trying to get away from these two birds there. These two little tiny birds. And they never came back. And
did you laugh?
Oh, I laughed. Was
anyone else home?
Oh, my dad was home. Yeah, okay. Yeah, and he also my Yondu. Okay, yeah, he was home, and he also laughed. I mean, it was just a great seeing these two, stereotypically buff, not afraid of anything, sort of things, run from these little birds.
Now, these birds are they dangerous?
I mean, if it pecks you, it could break the skin, and I was also kind of terrified of them. But again, 114 pounds of no muscle, 200-something pounds of pure muscle. It was funnier watching them run.
I see.
And it was also nice being not the one being tortured by the birds.
I see.
But yeah, that for some reason that has always stuck in my head. Eventually, my dad sold them. My Yondu sold them after him. My mom divorced, and
so you never saw these animals ever again?
Never saw them again. Yeah.
Do you ever think about them?
Oh yeah. I've always wanted to own, a big chunk of land and have Little the Beard grow up with these kind of pets. Vulturine guineas. Yeah. Yeah. No, vultures, I would never have a pet vulture because their form of self-defense is to throw up on you. Oh. And they eat dead things.
Yes, they do.
Yeah, so Don't want to deal with
Well,
that.
we all eat dead things.
That's true. Well, not, I mean, we might, but our listeners, who knows?
Who knows?
Let's not make any judgment calls there.
Mine stems from. So I was just in a geography class, and one of my favorite shows that I was telling my teacher is a geography-based show. It's not an appropriate geography-based show, but
so it's not Where in the World is Carmen Sandiego?
No, it's not. It's called Wild Boys, a spin-off of Jackass.
Okay, yeah.
But nonetheless, I actually do learn about certain cultures from the show. While they do, gross pranks or stunts, it is, I say, in my opinion, a very good geographically inclined show.
Right.
It just has certain type of humor with it.
Yeah.
But it goes on our first conversation about Jumanji and Baywatch and all that. It still knows the show, what it is. It just did a good balance of infusing the other stuff. Okay. But besides that point, I was watching the Argentina episode, and they were doing a spotlight on gauchos, which are Argentinian cowboys. Yeah. And it's reminded me of a story in 6th grade. Okay. Yes. So in 6th grade,
I do like how already your story is like an onion. It has these different layers. To it. Yeah.
Yep. I've learned from many good storytellers. You can't just spit it all out. You gotta weave it into something. Yeah. So in 6th grade, I don't know what kind of activity we were doing, but it was meant to be the entire 6th grade class at the school, and we were going to do some form of world culture type event. Okay. Like an Olympic type thing without the actual Olympic part. Right, yeah. But I think they were wanting us to, each classroom to have like a different country. And, we all did activities based on the country. We all had to come together and, learn about countries. Yeah.
It's good for a public school to be teaching that there's more than just the U.S.
Yes. Yeah. I unfortunately don't remember any of the other ones besides the one we did. Yeah. And I think I only remember the one we did because of an embarrassing story. Okay. That didn't blow up in my face, kind of in a way, like all those kids pointed at me. Yeah. But it was still embarrassing enough internally and to a couple other people. Yeah. So my 6th grade class had Argentina. Okay. And I remember when we looked in the textbook, we were reading about Argentina, and there was pictures and, in bold letters, it tells you what a gaucho is. Yeah. And at that time, I knew what a gaucho was. Okay. Because of the wild thornberries.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, so I'm like, oh, well.
TV is so educational.
Oh, yeah, I think so. It's a good jumping off point. It is. I tell people, let them watch TV, but, expand on it. Yeah. Don't just do the TV. You got to expand on the information.
Buy a book, too.
Yes. So, at my mind, I don't know if I just wanted to look cooler or maybe probably. But I was like, oh, I totally know what a gaucho is. Yeah. I'm like an expert. Oh. I watch... not verbatim. That's the general feeling I conveyed.
You puffed out your chest and
I knew what this is. Yeah, and I was like, because I watched this episode of Wild Thornberries, I didn't reveal the Wild Thornberries part, but I figured that's all I need.
Yeah, they're not going to ask any follow-up questions, right?
So I don't know how it led into this, but my teacher asked, "Do you have any gaucho gear?" And I don't know why I said yes.
so like personally owning.
Yeah. Yeah. So I said, so it was kind of agreed upon for the day we all come together, I would come dressed like a gaucho. Oh. And it was one of those like, oh, wow, I don't know. I should probably tell Mrs. Lawson that I do not, nor do I even know what it really looks like. Right. Aside from the episode of Wild Thornberries I watched. And I don't know how to make said gear. Right. Or weapons. I didn't tell her. And it's not like she said, hey, it's a Friday or Thursday, come wear it on Monday. It's like, no, this is a Thursday, and in 2 weeks, you supposedly will be dressing up.
And I'm guessing this was not around Halloween, so you couldn't access different costumes to mix together.
Oh no, it was probably March.
Okay,
it was probably.
Got to make it as inconvenient as possible.
Well, and also, I didn't grow up in a fairly medium-sized city. Okay, but not like the one we currently live in, where we have access to costume shops. Right, totally didn't happen where I grew up. So again, it's a good question. If it wasn't Halloween,
Yeah.
I wasn't getting it. And it was the dawn of online shopping. So it was days where it was not as safe.
Yeah.
So it's not like I could even done that.
There was no Amazon Prime. There
was none of that. So I should have told Mrs. Lawson that I was essentially lying. I never did. And I just showed up to school that day, and she looked at me and was like, "What happened?" And I don't know what I said, but it was probably an embarrassing look. And there were a couple other people that called me out on it.
So did you try anything, or were
no?
You were just in your regular clothes?
I was just in my regular.
So you didn't even like try to find like a cheap cowboy hat at Walmart or something?
Nope.
Yeah.
Nope. Not at all.
Wow.
So I've never told that story ever.
Yeah. No, that's
ever.
This is a TeeVo and the Beard first.
Okay, and when I say ever, no, not to our mutual friends, not to my coworkers that I told intensely intimate details. But this is one that has eluded me.
Yeah.
So that's a good. I thought I'd like to share.
That is a good one there. Yeah.
But yeah, you're right. It did kind of have layers, and and it was a good episode of Wild Thornberry. So if anybody has Amazon and can watch Wild Thornberries or buy the DVDs, it's a good episode. Yeah. Hence why I felt like I was an expert at gauchos.
Exactly, and Argentina and gauchos both have a very interesting history to them.
It does, well, since then I wasn't shy about ever doing anything Argentina. Yeah. So it didn't scare me away. It's just maybe I won't profess that I am an expert.
Right. So if somebody says, "Hey, do you know Argentine Spanish? Do you own this?" Like, nope.
But I know what it is. You can tell me more. Right. I know at the very base level.
I do not own any of their gear, though.
Yes. But in the class, I remember during the Argentina video we were watching, they were doing a gaucho sport called sortilla. And I did feel kind of boastful because I did ask my teacher, I was shamefully testing her. Yeah. I was like, "Do you know what that sport is?" They kept showing it, and she didn't know. I was like, "Oh, well, it's called sortilla."
Oh, so did that passive aggressiveness help in your grade or hinder it? Do you know?
I think I got an A. So but nonetheless, just go show you TV. Learn that from Wild Boys. What that game was.
There you go. So go watch TV and then buy a book based on what you just learned.
Or research it on the internet.
Yeah.
Just do a follow up.
Yeah. Yeah, don't just trust Wild Boys or Wild Thornberries or any other wilds.
I didn't realize right now until both those shows about Argentina.
Until I was saying it, yeah.
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 So that's our segment of Get to Know Your Podcasters. Yeah. And we're about to take a break because we're about to get into the finale of iZombie.
And it's going to be a spoiler-full breakdown.
Excuse me! Spoiler alert!
And we're back.
So I actually did watch the episode.
Congratulations. I was hoping so. You would have been fired if you hadn't.
I liked it. But I'm just going to put it out there right when we start off. I have been saying that it looks like iZombie is going to get relegated to only Netflix. And while I enjoyed the finale, I think I'm going to stay true to that statement.
Yeah, no, I'm maybe joining you on that boat.
And here's the reason. We said the same thing maybe about Supergirl and The Flash. Right. But it's a little difficult with them. Right. Because The Flash and Supergirl start in October. And goes until December. Right. So we have to be mute to the internet for a long time. Yeah. And then it comes back February-ish, March, and goes till May. That's another long stretch of time where we have to be mute to the internet. Yeah. Whereas if iZombie continues what they're doing and does nothing for a whole year nearly, and we only have to stay mute for a month, maybe 2 months.
Basically, yeah. And it's also not in the same popularity as like Supergirl and Flash, so it is easier to avoid iZombie spoilers.
We are the iZombie spoilers.
That's one of the reasons we picked up that show.
But the other thing is so right now they just finished their season. It's about to be July. Yeah. I think it will be July when you're hearing this.
Yeah, it will.
And I think iZombie would have already been uploaded onto Netflix when you hear this.
More than likely, yeah. So if not, check tomorrow.
It's not like we have to wait an exorbitant amount of time after this season finishes on CW to watch it on iZombie, they're going to upload it.
Yeah.
And they've done that.
And it's less episodes, too. So even if Supergirl and Flash were straight through, it's almost twice the amount of stuff to actually watch.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So the wait time is why I'm thinking I'm going to relegate it to Netflix, because I think there have been some moments this season that maybe if I watch in like a block, it may not have bothered me that much. But because of the build-up and the wait and then the more waiting, and like I said before, I don't mind how long the journey is, but the journey sucks. I'm going to mind.
Yeah, no, I did that. Me and Mrs. The Beard did that with Riverdale.
Yes.
Because at first I was trying to watch it week by week, and it was not worth the wait.
Okay.
And I was not enjoying it. Watch it all in one clump on Netflix. Still didn't think it was great. But it was better, yeah. So, because like you're saying, that stuff those episodes or whatever that run slow or don't add anything,
you're going to notice.
Yeah, and once you get past them, watching it on Netflix, you can move straight on.
Yes.
You don't watch the forgettable episode that sucks, and then have to wait a week to hopefully get something good. And also with Netflix, nobody cares.
Any streaming site, really.
Yeah. You just, if you don't get into it, you just stop watching.
Yes.
Which, granted, you can do that with regular shows also.
Yes.
But,
But I think that's because, I don't even know when the last time I watched new episodes of Sherlock.
Yeah.
But I can wait.
Yeah.
And same with Orphan Black. I can wait.
Right.
In fact, I buy the Blu-rays when they come out.
Yeah.
I don't have the channels to watch it, but, it's worth the wait. So I think... I feel like I'm breaking up with iZombie in the term of like, we're not in a relationship, but I still want to be friends with you.
Right, yeah.
I don't want to cut you out of my life.
Is it a friends with zombie benefits sort of thing?
Yes, it is.
Because you still get something from it.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. But I feel it's going to be better for us in the long run that I watch it like this.
It's almost like a long distance relationship.
It is, yes.
We'll see each other like once a year.
Exactly.
That'll be fine.
Yeah.
We'll see each other for a couple days.
So we'll talk, and when I say talk, if they've announced new cast or new plots, teasing, then yeah. And if you come to a con, I'll gladly come and say hey.
Yeah.
But I think as far as watching it week to week, our days might be numbered.
Yeah, because like you were saying, this episode was good.
Yeah, it definitely, from what you described and from the episodes, the lackluster ones of the season, it definitely made up for some of those moments.
Yeah.
So, again, I'm not getting rid of the show. Right. Just maybe I'm changing the habit I'm watching.
Yeah, but there was a lot within this finale that was contrived and rushed.
And I fully agree when you said the best parts of the part one could have been just a tiny sliver in this one.
Yep.
And you're right.
They showed that with the previously on iZombie.
Yep.
There's all you need to know.
Yep.
Yeah, I had to explain nothing to Mrs. Beard about the previous episode because I'm like, no, it's all right there.
Good.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Caddy's last name is Cups. There, now you know which Caddy they're talking about.
Yay! So on to the actual plot.
Yeah. So Seattle is zombie hub officially.
Yes.
And they want to live peacefully with the humans.
Yes.
The problem is how they get so many zombies.
Yes.
It's not just natural, biting and scratching and evolution or what have you. Chase Graves wants to make zombies.
Yes.
And it wasn't his initial plan.
No.
But he's not trying to cancel it either. I cannot think of the girl's name, though.
Gold. Her last name's Gold.
Gold? Okay.
Mrs. Gold.
Mrs. Gold, yeah.
Yes.
So she initiates the plan by starting the spread of the virus on the Paris
She
flight.
leads a coup,
yeah,
per se, against
a short-lived coup.
Yes.
Yeah.
Actually, you're right. Yeah. Really short.
And it's stuff like that I thought was kind of, rushed because of they could have spread stuff like that throughout the season.
Yeah, even though I didn't watch part one, they could have definitely elevated her character.
Yeah.
Because we've seen her.
Yeah.
And I know it's a shock, like, oh, you're the mastermind.
Yeah.
But I feel like they could have, put some more Easter eggs earlier.
Right. see her sneaking around doing things or talking to people that she wouldn't normally talk to.
Exactly.
Something.
Exactly.
Instead of just coming in the office and going, "Oh, I purchased
What?
toner."
I don't know what you're talking about. Oh, I do.
Yeah. And then when the other guards walk in there and they're just standing there, it's like, yeah, they're on her side.
Yeah.
You've made this very obvious.
And while it was short-lived, you thought it was going to be an epic fight. Nope.
Just
and you thought
shots
maybe
to the
she
head.
was going to...
I thought she was going to make it.
And nope.
Yeah, nope.
Not at
Shots
all.
to the head. Yeah. And then, of course, in true, trope manner, that's when Liv and Clive walk in.
Yep.
And this is Clive at his least cop.
Yep.
Least detective, because he sees the dead woman on the ground and he goes, "No, I'm cool. I'm cool with whatever you want to do now."
Yep.
Yeah.
I did enjoy Clive a lot in this episode.
Yeah.
I think that if there is a true strength of this season, it's definitely elevated Clive's character.
Yeah, because once he got into the think tank, the knowledge group there about the zombies, they could use him a whole lot more.
Whenever he revealed the zombie thing to his former lover, and I guess
I love that.
Current,
the FBI woman, yeah.
I loved the way he just said it.
Yeah.
And just, close the blinds, really,
Yeah, when he closed the blinds, I thought he was just going to sit her down and talk to her.
And then shut the camera off.
And then he whacks the guy in the head to get him to go iZombie. And,
yep.
Yeah. It was like, no, this is the new Clive. This is the Clive we like.
Yeah. But, man, talk about strengths with Clive. I don't even know if I even care about new zombie Major.
Yeah, no, I don't. I think that
he really should have died.
The writers said we were paying this guy, we got to keep him in this show.
Yeah.
Like 3 people out in the world like him. So how are we going to keep him in the show? Oh, let's make him a zombie again.
But not the good type of zombie, I guess.
No, he was the pro
zombie
Graves zombie.
Yeah.
So I guess he would be Major Graves.
Yeah, I got it.
We gotta keep it the grave. I didn't realize, speaking of the bad grave puns, I assumed that Fillmore Graves was PH. I didn't realize that the pun went so far that it's FILL.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so it's literally Fillmore Graves.
Wow.
I'm like, oh, you just hit that pun too hard on the nose.
But I don't know, something about Major.
Yeah.
I just don't care, and I don't think it's gonna matter if he's a zombie now.
And everything comes too easy to him.
Yeah.
Yeah, he survives when he's human in these big zombie fights. He becomes a zombie again. There's no character to his character.
It's season 1 Major.
Yeah, he needs some conflict.
And that's why it was such a perfect thing for him in season 2, towards the end, and the beginning of season 3.
Mm-hmm.
He really should have died.
Yeah.
He would have went out wonderfully.
Yeah, no, it's very true.
And same thing in a lesser way with Peyton.
Yeah.
Like, I don't care.
Oh, nobody cared about Peyton.
I don't.
The writers didn't care about her. Yeah,
like, what?
I think she wore her own clothes to the set. There wasn't even Peyton outfits there.
I'm just sad that, these are 2 characters that I thought were going to be a very essential thing to the show. But
yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Neither one of them needed to be on the finale. And even how they tried to close it out, making Major look all, caring, saving these people by turning them into zombies. That's no. That's very contrite there.
Exactly. Yeah. But going to good people,
yes,
they really elevated Robbie.
Yes,
we should have had more.
Yeah.
And Blaine, man,
loved Blaine.
I can't believe it. The crime is that they didn't use Blaine more.
Yeah. The only reason I forgive the previous episode having no Blaine was how much Blaine and how good we got Blaine in this episode.
And I like that Blaine and Donnie's plan is, now that Seattle is Zombie Town.
Yeah.
And the only way that they can officially get brains is through, tubes supplied by
the donated brains.
Yes.
Yeah.
No, they're like, no, we I like that he has, like, Donnie just rushes
the little
up
sampler thing.
with the toothpicks.
Yeah.
And it's a mixer. He has the blue
and
the regular.
Yeah.
And Blaine is swimming in money after that.
Yep. Yeah, because he's still that anti-hero that we really love him as, where he's not a good guy.
But he's not an evil guy anymore.
No.
Because the way he's getting brains is not bad.
Yeah,
it's like, well, these people are already dead.
Yeah. He's just an opportunist is all he is.
Yeah.
So.
And I'm not doing anything other than just hey, I'm feeding the hungry. What in his mind, he's like, what's more humanitarian than that?
Exactly.
I mean, I'm charging exorbitant prices, but sure.
Yeah, that's where the opportunist
exactly.
comes in there. And the only people he's charging those prices to are the ones who can afford to get in the club in the first place.
Exactly.
So it's not like he's cheating the poor out of it. And the use of comedy with eating brains was done perfectly in this episode by the choreography.
Yes.
Because nobody showed any visions, anything like that. You just have these people that are in a bar, they're dancing because they ate a choreographer's brain.
Yes.
And having fun. It was like that, and it was hilarious.
Yes.
Yeah.
That I really enjoyed Blaine.
Yeah.
And Donnie isn't it sad that Donnie has become more important to us than Major?
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
You remember when
Because
Donnie...
he was a background character.
Exactly.
Yeah. He didn't even have a name as far as we were concerned.
Exactly. Oh, he does now.
He does, yeah. He is Don E.
Yeah. Major who?
Yeah.
No, Donnie.
Yeah.
I want Donnie back.
Major, you mean Chase's boyfriend now? Because that's what I'm assuming is going to happen. Yeah.
Let's see.
I thought it was weird that Liv still had Katie's brain going on.
Yeah.
Because it didn't really get explained that she still had it in her system until a random vision started.
Yep. But I think Liv has, I can't say Liv has devolved to us in interest or in evolve. I think it's kind of stayed somewhat the same.
Yeah.
It's just more the other characters that's elevated so much
right.
to me.
Yeah.
I don't hate Liv,
No. She's still kind of part of the show. She just hasn't been as important this season as she was in previous seasons.
Yeah. And, well, that's that.
Yeah.
Let's see. Ravi sure manned up.
He did, yeah.
In the biggest way.
Yeah, Ravi doesn't take anything from anybody anymore.
Nope. And he synthesized the cure.
Yeah.
And
into a little sugar cube.
And he ate. I thought he was joking. I thought I was like, oh, ha, ha. That's not the real one. And then you're like, wait. Oh.
And when he was saying he was going to do that, I looked at Mrs. Beard and I go, he's going to take it, and they're going to fade to black. And sure enough, that's what they did. But I do like that they added that little Foley in there of him making a zombie noise.
Yeah.
And Liv's like, don't be a dick.
Yeah.
Because that is the biggest CW swear word. So every show has used it.
My wondering is, shouldn't you have asked her first?
Yeah.
But I don't know the science.
Yeah.
And I assume you do. You made it.
Right, yeah. You're Ravi.
Because he ate the cure and then got turned to a zombie.
Right, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I thought the order was a little bass-ackwards, but hey, he did science on this show, he did science on Supergirl, he does science.
Yes, that's true.
That is what he does.
Next he needs to be on The Flash.
Right, doing science.
Yeah,
competing with Cisco.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, make it happen, CW.
Yeah.
Make it happen.
Yeah, you're just down the lot, whatever.
Yeah, I mean, he doesn't have... with the rate that iZombie puts out shows, you got him for like another 12 months before he's doing anything.
Yeah, exactly. But overall, yeah, I liked the episode. I definitely was watching the episode not being bored at all.
Yeah, but a lot of it was just so rushed, like getting the vaccine.
Yes.
The liquid vaccine part.
Actually, the vaccine part, I will spotlight Johnny Frost. I love the scene where he's doing the, going to get the scoop. Well, but more, he was just trying to cut in line. He's like, and if you wonder what it looks like.
Oh, he has turned. Talk about people who have been elevated.
Yeah.
Even though he's used so little, I love him so much more in this season than the first one.
I love him more than Peyton.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I hate how like characters like Johnny Frost and Donnie has just elevated to where you're wondering, why are you not getting paid more?
Yeah, because they used Frost and they didn't make it feel forced.
Yeah.
It was just like, oh no, this is exactly how he would. This could be a flu shot, and he would be acting the same way.
Yes.
And then he becomes a zombie, and it's just this. He's so proud that he's not admitting to be, feeling different, the hair being different, stuff like that. Yeah, no, I think it was an excellent use of him as a character to move the story along. But like with the vaccination, with people getting it and all that, it all shouldn't have happened within one episode.
Within, especially like a 15-minute window.
Right. This should have been spread out so that, okay, we have the vaccine, we're hiding it somewhere. Skip over 5 minutes. Oh yeah, it's in the elementary school.
Yeah.
You've got it solved.
Yep.
There you go. Scooby-Doo, you go out with the gang and you go figure this out.
Yep.
Yeah.
So, there are flaws. we're pointing out there were some issues with the episode, but overall...
But this is also, stuff like this is why we're leaning more towards Netflix, because if we're going to get it all in these clumps anyway, then we might as well just watch it like that.
And maybe, actually, it might even work out to our advantage, because we are going to wait. Maybe there's some sites that'll tell us what not to watch.
That's true, just skip episode 4, just completely.
Like, and I was telling someone with another CW show, like with Supergirl, the Alex episode.
Yeah.
The fact that no one ever talked about it ever again.
Nope.
Any part of that episode.
And that tells you, even when on a meta level, that they're telling you to ignore the episode.
Exactly. Like, no worries that this guy knows everything about you. Alex just nearly died.
Yeah.
Yet, in the future episodes after that, nope, nothing.
Yeah. One thing I wanted to bring up about Liv, that the show and Justin kind of addressed something you've brought up before about when Liv eats brains and how much it controls her or not. Because she was saying the reason she cheated on him was that she ate the brain of a sex addict, who had anonymous sex. By the way, for the listeners who don't know, anonymous sex is when you have sex with somebody you don't know.
Yes. You
can't have sex with Chase Graves and say it's anonymous.
Yes.
You know who he is.
Yes.
You know what you're doing. And Justin mentions the fact that, I've been on brains before. You've got control. And Liv has shown that in the past when she ate D&D brain. She rolled the dice some, but she wasn't literally sitting down for the entire show playing the game. So obviously she had more control than she was letting on. I think she just used...
And with not just this season, other seasons, she's had more control.
Yeah. She's had more control when she was on Blue Brain.
Yeah. And I think that's what my thing was, you were saying, is that maybe not in a plot sense, but for joke sense, it started to get kind of old.
Yeah. But this definitely worked for plot because, it's like she was using Caddy's brain as an excuse to just let her inhibitions down and do what she wanted.
Yes.
Yeah. But good.
So where that leads.
Good for Justin for calling her out on that. So.
And there was a moment he really did call her out.
Yeah. But I think that he purposely hesitated.
Yes.
To give her a little running time there.
Well, we'll never know.
Yeah, even though Mrs. The Beard was mad at him for calling the guys there.
Oh,
I'm like, come on.
I think that's where the whole two sides are different thing. It's like, you go. Yeah, tell them.
You go, Justin.
Yeah. So we'll never know, and unfortunately with iZombie, we're not going to know for a while.
Yeah.
But at least now I think they are going with that route, because while it didn't work out this season, I think it's better for the show that it works out that way.
Yeah. And, if you're listening, CW, just go put it straight on Netflix. Put the entire season 4
or
on
Seed.
Straight
you can have commercials.
Or Seed. Yeah. Yeah, I like both CW apps. The only thing I don't like is that I'll watch the regular CW app and keep getting commercials for CW Seed.
Yeah.
I have both apps.
Yes.
There's got to be something in the programming to let you know that.
So, if you want to just go ahead and just put it on the app or CW Seed or Netflix, whatever. Yeah, just,
Yeah, let's have it all at once.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, we don't have anything really planned for the next few weeks, but
we have something next week.
Yeah.
We have Spider-Man.
We do have Mr. Spiderman.
Yes.
Yeah. So we will be talking about that.
So
you're gonna get a lot of special episodes between now and when other shows start back up.
Won't be Shield though.
Won't be Shield. No, Shield's gonna make us wait till next year.
But it's gonna be worth it.
Yeah.
I've always said that about Shield. But next week you can look forward to us talking about Spider-Man and who had a more embarrassing first date.
Yes. Yeah,
or actually, let me rephrase that. Who had the most embarrassing date, period?
Yeah.
Me or the Beard?
Oh, cast your votes now.
Yes.
You'll win nothing, but cast them anyway.
All right.
And of course, if you have any suggestions for us, feel free to hit us up on social media and ask away. Until next week.